Hi everyone, I'm Kristie. Today we are making wire wrap rocks. So I'm going to show you what you'll need, where you can get it from, and the steps it takes to make it. So let's get started. You're going to need some stones. So this is my hack. I brought all these polished stones in a 10-kilo bag from Bunnings. Now, this is a huge amount of stones, as you can see here, a lot. So that's how I can make this whole pendant from under $2. So as you can see, they're beautiful. Go get yourself a bag because we don't want to start with anything delicate. We're just learning, right? That's what the bag looked like from Bunnings that I got. You're going to need some wire. Get that from Bunnings too, under $6. You're going to need some pliers and some metal cutters. Can get them all from Bunnings. A pencil and some necklaces. Now I got these from Okay, so let's get the project started. Firstly, I'm feeling a bit exposed, so let's get my bracelet on. That feels better. Okay, first off, we've got to pick our stone or rock, whichever one you want to call it. Let's pick, so many to pick from. I'm thinking it's interesting. Okay, let's start with this small little black one. Put them to the side. Now, first step, get your wire, and we want to have at least a couple of feet. So get a couple of feet ready. Now, as I've said before, this wire I got from Bunnings, less than $6. But great way to start doing this wire wrapping, because we want to use strong stones so that we're not damaging any fine crystals to get started. Okay, a little bit longer. Okay. Snip that. Now the first step is to pull your piece of wire so you can put the two ends together, so that you can stretch that out and see where your middle is. So this is the middle point of the piece of wire that you've cut. So what I suggest is using a pencil or a pen to make the halo of the necklace. So this just makes it a bit easier. So we're going to twist that around, and we're going to do 3 for this project, so that we've got 3, and then we're going to give it a twist to get started, and then we can take our pencil off, and we've got the halo to start. So have a look at your rock, decide which side you want the front. I'm going to pick this side to be the front, so I'm going to place the halo towards the back here of the rock, and I'm going to bring his arms across the front like that. Takes a bit of steadying the rock because we've got to start to mold around it. So pulling the 2 arms, and then I'm going to give that a twist to start to anchor them down. Okay. So now I'm just going to move that arm of the wire around to the back to make another anchor point. So I've gone to the side here, and then I'm going to get this piece and pull it up that way. So as you can see, we're starting to get the wraps around this cute little rock. And then I'm going to turn the rock around and look at what I've got to work with here. Now this piece coming up along here, I'm going to thread that through that way. Sort of untwisting the wire, whoops, as we go along. Using the pliers if you need to pull it through to get some more grip. Whoops, I've gone on the other side of the halo. Great, so I've pulled that arm down this way. So just, this rock's polished rock, so they are a little bit slippery. So now I'm going to bring this other arm around to the front of the rock. And I might take this one up and under this piece to start getting a stronger grip. The wire twist, so you just sort of got to uncrimp it to pull it tight. So it's looking like that at this stage. Always just adjusting that rock to keep it in place, which we don't have to worry too much because we will go back and crinkle that and get that really, really tight. So mold it as best as you can. So I've got this wire on the underside here. I'm going to bring that up through this piece, which will make it a little bit more secure. Okay, so let's see what we've got here so far. I mean, we're just starting off with this wire wrapping, so the first technique to get right is the ability to wrap around and secure your rock. Once you get used to doing that, you can make more swirls and get more into the design side of things. So I'm going to just check the back here, move that piece over, and I'm going to move that down like that. I'm going to go around the neck here, making a scarf, just to make that a bit more secure. This rock is a slippery little bugger. I'm going to bring this piece up from the back and through a few pieces here, joining the second piece, and I think I'm going to give them a twist here. Bring that down. Now let's have a look at where we're at. Move using your fingernails just to separate some of the wires to sort of balance out your design aesthetically. Right, now I'm thinking I might bring this one up and go across here. So just using your fingernails, pull that through there, tie it up. Now I might make a little bit of a swirl design in the front because now I'm feeling that the rock is a lot more secure. So I'm going to put my fingernail there and start twisting around the rock like that. Twisting around. You see I'm starting to get like a swirl there. And you could make that tight or loose. I've made it a bit more open, but then I'm going to get tighter around the outside, making it look a little bit more designy. Now that's all I'm going to do because this is a smaller rock, so I'm going to take this piece up here and wind that around, making it the scarf of the rock. Now you could do that either thick or thin, depending. You'll get used to this as you go along. Now I've got this one piece left here, so to finish that off you want to be able to tuck that in. So I'm just going to get that piece, tuck that inside the halo there. Okay, now I'm going to turn the halo around like that because that's the direction we want it in the necklace, and I'll just separate those three pieces like that. So that's what it looks like so far. Now I'm going to take this one piece of wire that we've got loose here and run it along this piece here because that's a bit of a gap, and oops, I'll just put it through there like that, and then I will build that up into the halo. Not needing so much wire, so I will cut that wire now, and then take that little piece that's left, bending it up and tucking that inside so that there's no sharp pieces left. Perfect. Okay, so now we have the rock basically wrapped. So to tighten up the pieces, because you can see there's little gaps in here, and we want to tighten that up even more, even though it's pretty secure now. But we'll go, that's the front, so we'll go around to the back and we'll make a crinking effect. So we're getting the pliers and twisting down and up like that. And what else could we crink? This one here, it's giving that crinkle effect, and that's pulling on all these front wires here. There's a double one here, so I might separate that. That looks good. A little bit more crinking on the back here. That feels really nice and tight and right up against the rock. I do want to do something with these pieces here. That's it. See, now it's sitting nicely up on the rock. Okay, so we've got a bit of a gap here, so I'll spread that one out and give it a twist and crinkle that, and that comes then hugs right up around that rock. And I might put one here too. Now you could leave that more with the straight lines at the front, or you could do a couple of crinkles in the front, and I'm thinking we've got one crinkle here, so we might make another crimp over there, and I think that looks pretty good. Right, maybe we could do a little bit more crinkling there in the back. There we go, first rock done. So we can pop that one to the side, and I'll show you how to do another one. Before we get on to the second rock and do a revision of all the things to remember, I just want to share with you that you can buy a pack of these 3 plated necklaces which have all the cusp and that on in Spotlight for under $4, and if it's on special. So we're going to take one of those and dress this guy up so he's ready to go out. Perfect. So you can also buy these cute little bags in Spotlight as well. So it makes an awesome gift. Now, there's no reason why you couldn't start this project. Now, why I say it's under $2. A whole bag, to review, a whole bag of 10 kilos of these polished, gorgeous rocks, and some of them are just beautiful. You're going to get for under $20. Your wire wrap is under $6. To dress up your pendant, making it a necklace, you're going to be able to get these beautiful necklace already made, very cheap. So literally you can make these for under $2 each. Of course, it's with your love and your energy, which make a beautiful, unique gift. No one like it. Here's some others that I have made. This one's gorgeous. It looks like a natural heart-shaped rock. And a black one here, which I did a swirl on, and they look absolutely gorgeous. Something like that could sell up to $49 or $50 or even more. So I say get wrapping. There's no excuse to try this. It's very low cost and you're going to get better and better. So let's start and do a second rock so that we can give you the tips again. So take your wire, and you're going to want, like I said, this is a bigger rock that I've chosen here. So you'll get used to how much a wire you'll need. I would say I'm going to take a little bit more than 2 feet for this project. Have you done any wire wrapping yourself? Do you use it with necklaces, or have you made some wind chimes or something like that? So if you have, well, you will be able to get the gist of this even faster. So I think that's enough wire. I'll cut that there. So most importantly, to get started, first step, put your 2 ends together and find your middle. Where's my pencil here? Using a pencil to make your halo. You're going to go around that with this design 3 times, and then giving it a twist. You can hear my birds in the back. They actually sound like dolphins, these budgies. I don't know, do you have budgies that sound like dolphins? Mine do. I don't know if it's a mating call for each other, but they're definitely interesting. So we've got our halo. Now we're going to have a look at our rock. This side. Okay, so that's the flat side. So I'd say this would be the front, and that's going to be the top. This has got beautiful colours in it. Really amazing. So I'm going to just place my halo towards the back to get started, and bring my first arm around the front to start securing the rock. And you'll get used to doing this, so you'll find your own way. These are polished stones, so they are a little bit slippery. If you're using more of, say, a flat stone with more edges to hold into, you'll find that a lot easier to wrap. So anyway, but we want the challenge, right? So bring the second arm around the front, which is giving us our first holding point. We want to get that and give them a good twist. So you'll get used to that 2 or 3 times. And holding the rock. And then I'm going to twist that arm around here. And then twist this one here and give that, join these 2 wires together. So now this is a really easy wrap. So now I'm just going up to the top, towards the top of this rock. And I'm going to bring this one over like that. And I'm going to bring the other one to the front there. That looks cute. So I'm going to take this end and pull that through here, because that's giving it a good leverage point. You can then also come back on that and tie a bit more of a knot there, securing it. Good idea to hold on to your halo, and we want to turn that around so we can separate the 3 pieces there. Okay, now it's quite secured here, but now we're going to do a lot more crinkling design and really tightening this up. So let's get this piece here and do a big swirl on that one. Tighten that one up. Okay, just using your fingers and pulling the wires over and making it a little bit more balanced, because when you've got a bit of flexibility at this point. So I'm going to get this one here at the back, give that a swirl. Now let's see what we can do at the front here. This here needs tightening here, swirl there. Let's get some swirls here and make it pretty. Okay, let's do one here. Just want to pull this part there so she looks beautiful, and we'll balance this off with a swirl here. It starts getting nice and swirly, and tighten one up in here. Gorgeous. And start doing a few here as well, changing the look. Sort of softens it up when we can get the swirls. Straightening all the rings out again. The back here. Okay, so that's just giving you some ideas on what you could do. I think it's time now to get started. Go and get yourself a bag of rocks. Go and get yourself the wire. All you're going to need is these 2 tools, and get happily rocking and wrapping, I say. Rocking and wrapping. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more of my crafty shares, please hit the subscribe button and show your support so that I can grow and bring more to you. I'll see you on the next video.